Hello everyone and welcome to the latest video. Today we're here with Jamie and we're going to be talking about trains, like a bit of a podcasty thing. So we've decided we're going to ride a bit of this service to Victoria from Brighton. So yeah. So Jamie, would you like to introduce yourself to my viewers?
So, my name is Jamie, and I have been Viking trains for about 3 years now. And I do have a YouTube channel which hasn't been active as much because of COVID, which is Jamie's Trains and Bus videos.
Cool. There's no seats.
It's quite full.
Yeah. There we go. Well, rubbish seats.
It's packed.
Southern, no, Gatwick Express. Eventually, now, right, I reckon this is better than nothing unless there's one here. Right, we'll have to make do. Just gonna ask the driver if we can do some sneaky tones. Of course he says yes, so yeah, right, let's just sit down. So, you told me that, announcement. Right. Where's Norwood Junction?
Norwood Junction, that is near West Croydon.
Cool. Right, so, you've told me that your favourite trains are electro styles, did you say?
Or it varies, actually. Electro Stars have been pretty much one of the best ones. I also like the Express Sprinters, which we have in the West Country.
Yeah.
And then there's also the class. Well, I suppose they're not very much an all-time favourite, but 800s Great Western, even though it is a Great Western train, but Great Western 387s as well.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So I don't know if I told you, but my favourite train, well, I've got quite a variety of favourite trains, but if I had to choose a unit, I don't know, probably either 350s or 387s. I'm not sure, because I've never been on a 350 in real life, and I can't tell you, but given I've been on a 387 a couple of times, then I do like them.
Yeah, they're quite modern trains.
Yeah. I hate the seats on this, they're horrible. Ironing board seats, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah, they're iron board style seats.
I don't like the maquette either, they could have made it a bit more creative, especially being first class.
They could have made them a bit more like comfortable, like like leather seats that they usually have on first class.
Yeah. So this is quite packed. Oh, there we go, that's a better seat. So let's do a bit of magic. Okay. That's us.
I'm invisible, so
Yeah, Jamie's sitting here.
just pretend I'm sitting next to him.
Yeah, right, if I sit over there, then, well, that didn't work because I was going to say you were the guy in front, but you're not black, so that's not going to work. Not that I'm racist or anything, don't get me wrong, I'm just saying to make it realistic. Right, except we're under the double problem of, so I've got to find a place where there's someone in front and a seat. Hopefully they'll put some more towards the back. Don't know about you, but I cannot stand travelling, like, as in facing backwards.
No, I'm not very keen on facing backwards either. It just, I don't know, it makes me feel a little dizzy coming backwards
Cheeky
a bit.
seat.
think that's the
Yes.
guards
Yeah.
cab. I think we're just gone through the gangway.
Yeah. And I appear to be inside a door. Yeah. It's
Oh my god.
definitely the gangway. Interesting coat. Yeah. Very nice coat.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. At last, done. I must say, he looks rather weird. His hair's like in layers. But, okay. So Jamie's from Cornwall, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right.
Yeah. Let me think. What else can I say? Talk about randomness. Yeah, I don't understand why they've only put one charger. It's a lot better for them to have USB sockets, because you know.
Doesn't it have a USB socket? It looks like they've got one above the plug.
No,
It looks like
it's the decal of the phone and the computer.
new. That one.
Yeah, looks. If you look, there you go.
Alright. I thought it had a USB socket there as well. It just, I don't know, it just looked like it.
Yeah, no, it's just it's like a phone and a computer depicted on top, 230 volts.
Mm.
So this service is it's not Southern, but it's Gatwick Express
Gatwick
service.
Express.
There we go. Gatwick Airport and London Victoria. Nice.
And we've chose this Gatwick Express because, well, they'll be coming back in service on the 13th of December.
Yep.
Which is why we picked it.
Yep. There's a lot of traffic on this route. See what it's like down the back of the train. One of the things I love about Electro Stars is that obviously, because not obviously, but whenever I got to the UK from Spain, it usually was Gatwick Airport or Stansted, but lately it's been Gatwick, so we always got either a 377 or a 387 to Victoria.
Yeah.
So to me it's the sound of arriving in the UK. It's quite funny.
Yeah, Gatwick Airport is a very popular station, and just recently flights from Newquay that used to go to Heathrow have changed to Gatwick.
Yeah. Oh God, what's going on there? Some weird lighting going on there.
But it's pretty dark.
Yeah, it's just the doors kind of resistant to light in some weird fashion. That is weird. I think we're in a tunnel. Whoa.
We are.
It's a very long tunnel. Oh no. There we go. Very long. Whatever.
I think we've got.
Let's have a look at where we are. So we're there. Gatwick Airport is that. No. So how many? Right. So we're going past. Soon we're going past the Ardingly branch.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out for that. See if I can get a good seat. God, that is the worst possible seat, next to the filthy toilet. Like on your own.
Oh gosh.
And right, there we go. See if we can spot the branch line. Horrible tables and seats. Well, yeah. I just can't stand these seats in general. They just scream cheap at me.
I think they're the same style seats for the new 701s.
Yeah.
That makes it 100 times worse.
Right, so where are we? Yeah, so it's just should actually be able to probably see the line approaching. Be quite cool if there's 66 on there. I'm not sure if there will be. There could be though. 59. So we're going past the station, which I'm not sure what it. I think it's Hazards, if I'm not wrong.
Could be, or Preston Park. We may have passed Preston Park.
There is no station. It's nowhere land. It's Burgers Hill, or how do you say it?
Or Burgess Hill.
Yeah, that one. And yeah, the junction should be. Yeah, there it is. That wasn't very exciting, I must say.
Oh.
So, I'm not quite sure where Gatwick Airport is.
I think it's probably further up map.
Yeah, obviously. I reckon it's about a southern route we have. That's Clapham Junction, so obviously it's not that.
So,
South of Red Hill, so that's Reigate.
Reigate, Red Hill, so it's probably a little bit further down. So I'll say about there. Yeah, about there. So we're not too far.
No. So is there anything else you'd like to tell us about? Maybe something, I don't know. Let me think.
Well, as we know, that Gatwick Express will hopefully come back on the 13th, which is exciting because it's been nearly 2 years since they've not been in service, almost.
What? Really?
As they haven't run services since lockdown.
Well, that's quite funny because when I was at Gatwick Airport this summer, so September, there was a few of them potting around with these.
Because I think they were stopping them around the lockdown, and also maybe when they were starting the upgrades at Gatwick Airport, and they did use Gatwick Express for southern routes. So maybe you saw those, but I don't know.
Magic. I must say, if I had to choose my favourite train operator other than British Rail, definitely Great Western, because I love their maquette and just the branding.
Yeah, I like the Great Western as well because they probably had the last remaining sets of the 387s, and then also they managed to electrify lines from beyond Reading,
Yeah.
especially towards Cardiff. But it's a shame they can't really electrify the lines to like beyond towards like Bradford or Bath Spa, Bristol,
Yeah, why
Temple
can't they?
Meads. I think it's because it's like below sea level, I think, or it could be the bridge structure is not high enough.
That's funny though. Interesting. Didn't know.
Yeah.
I just thought they hadn't got round to it.
Well, it could also be the funds as well. But I think with some of the structures of bridges, they're probably like grade 2 listed or grade 1 listed. That could be a bit of a problem as well.
Yeah. So, where's the giant viaduct on this route? We should be coming up to it soon, actually. Talking about important bridges. Don't know where it is, but it's the long one that's got like the little castle things at the end. So actually, yeah, here it is. Look. So one of the members of my server, I don't know if you've seen JH Productions, Joe. So he actually had a really interesting suggestion for electrifying the West Country, which was third rail. Now, whilst it probably wouldn't be effective because you wouldn't be able to run fast services, I mean, what do you think?
Third rail was something that was like a system from the 1930s, really, because that's what they pretty much did before the Second World War. So I mean, I think that third rail as well is very, very expensive to do. I think that's why they decided to go on overhead electric lines because they're so cheaper.
Yeah, and also I presume it's not as safe because there's the risk of people touching it.
Falling down, yeah.
Because the thing is, this guy is Joe's from Newton Abbott, and he was saying that the thing is he is right, because when you electrify with overhead, it completely ruins pictures. For example,
It can ruin the scene a bit.
yeah. Especially if you're talking about a really big station with loads of gantries.
Yeah. But then how else would they want to electrify a line to cut costs? And I mean, third rail is used on the southern region and the southwestern and southeastern. Oh, and probably on Thameslink.
Yeah. So, and in
routes until like Farringdon.
Merseyrail stuff, yeah.
Oh, and Merseyrail as well, yeah. But speaking of Merseyrail, quite interestingly, the class 777s, I believe they've got batteries on them as well, so they can go beyond lines that are not electrified, which could be quite interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we might be on yellow because we're definitely not at Gatwick. It's actually quite funny because I can hear my voice like on your microphone, but it's quite funny because my voice is quite different to what is coming on YouTube. I don't know, weird.
It could be the microphone quality, perhaps. I'm not too sure.
It's quite a good microphone. It's funny, but whatever. So one of the things I actually find really funny about this is that sometimes the people pop through their clothes, which can lead.
Yeah, it's quite
disgusting
quite
to some situations. Yeah.
They look a bit like 80s style, I suppose.
Yeah, you should actually see on the 1980s route, all the men they've all got ginger hair and these giant moustaches. It's actually quite funny.
Yeah, that's probably like 80s, 70s, 80s style.
Yeah. So we shouldn't be too far now, I don't think. Yeah, look, just pulling in now. So it would be quite cool to see what's at Gatwick, because usually there's 166s, 377s and the old 387, so maybe a 66 coming through. I really like seeing the gangway move, especially when it's on the track.
And also when you're looking out of the window and you're like further back and you can see like a train at the very front and you're thinking, crikey, is that the train we're on? It's like all the way down there.
Yeah, it's actually really especially ludicrous with the Thameslink 717s or whatever they're called, the ones that the
700s.
No, the other ones.
Great Northern.
Yeah, them. Because they've got no toilets and they haven't got these doors on the gangways. It's like a giant pipe. And all the S8s as well on the tube.
Yeah, they're kind of similar to like 700s.
Yeah. Where will the platform be? Ladies and gentlemen, place your bets. Is it on this side or is it? Yes, is it? Yeah. And let's open the door.
It opens.
Open the door.
You have to wait for the lights to come on.
Oh, are we not on the platform or something? Right, well, I'm just going to open... Yeah, the lights have come on. I'm just going to exit before I'm... Oh, we're not at Gatwick.
Oh, this is Haywards Heath.
Is it?
It looks like it. Looks like Haywards Heath to me.
Might have released the doors at the wrong station, driver. Let's have a look if we can fish out a station sign from the windows. Oh, let's have a look. I think it's the one before Gatwick. Haywards Heath is quite close to Brighton.
Three Bridges.
Yeah, that will be it.
Ah,
Three Bridges, there you go.
yeah.
I was surprised that it wasn't released in Jaws.
That's where they house the 700s at their sidings.
Yeah. There's something about these blue handrails that just looks incredibly cheap and horribly made.
Yeah, it's quite interesting how they have the blue bars, kind of like the Southwestern Railway ones,
Hmm.
and especially the Island Line 484s. Kind of a bit like that, but yeah,
Yeah.
maybe it's part of the Govia Thames Link colour thing they've got.
Because I actually think that whilst I don't like the branding inside the train, the logo, the actual livery, I think is lovely.
I love the livery now.
It's really modern. It's nice.
It's a lot better than the older one they used on the 442s and the
Yeah.
460s. I think it just makes it look a bit more lively and just very unique in a way.
Yeah, that's it there. We are now approaching Gatwick Airport. So one of the people in my server, Bertie, he's the male version of Julie Berry. Literally.
He's been trying to sound like Julie Berry.
Yeah, but like, he does it really well.
I mean, I could try and sound like Julie Berry, but unfortunately, because I'm still recovering from a cold, I don't know if it will actually work or not, but I mean, I could try it. We are now approaching Gatwick Airport. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
That's good. Now, I've just seen something revolting, which is he's moved his head and the whole coat's like yucky. It's just weird. I've got no adjectives for it. Yeah, let's see if we can see a plane. Yeah, there's one, look.
Oh, yeah.
Random EasyJet.
Quite good for plane spotters as well to go to Gatwick Airport.
Yeah. Quite easy as well.
Yeah.
And we're not within the station. Because why?
Must have stopped at the red signal.
Yep. I wish we could actually use these toilets and that.
Nah.
Have a piss in there and so it'd be quite
Oh my gosh.
not with modelled anything, don't get me wrong, but actually be able to walk in there. Because for example, is it the GWR 800s? They love some really nice toilets. It might be the 802s or whichever. No, the LNER ones. I think they've got nice toilets.
Yeah, LNER seems to have, made a good, interior.
I like LNER's brand. Unlike Lumo,
Yeah.
I think Lumo's is horrible. See,
I wish, Lumo, the livery, I just don't like the electric blue that they use. I think they could have just improved it a bit better.
them coat hooks next to, I've never seen anyone use them ever.
I don't think anybody notices them.
And I mean, if you're quite big and you sit there and you put a coat, you've got nowhere to sit it. Oh, that's a 377. Are we moving? Yeah. So I don't know if there's going to be a 166. Hopefully there will be, because I really like 166s. Do you think they could be used? Have they got the route availability to go down to Penzance? Or are they too heavy?
They have got the 166s on the Xmas to Paynton, but they can't run them beyond Plymouth because of the rail structure.
Yeah.
So I think maybe when, or maybe just before Great Western decides to withdraw the 150s, which could be in a couple of years' time, they'll probably well, Network Rail, or maybe Great British Railways will have to like replace most of the track works, see if the 166 can run down. But at the moment, we have got Castle sets and 158s
Yeah.
as well.
I mean, it's
And
getting really old, isn't it? It's a really old part of the network. Needs updating.
it is very, yeah.
I mean, the furthest I've been down the Great Western Main Line is Bodmin, I think. Yeah.
Wow.
Not particularly very impressive, but actually I was having a look, and one of the things I wish they could do is you know the line that used to go around the north of Cornwall, so down
Yeah.
Port Isaac and that. I'd love it if that came back, because it could be so scenic.
Yeah. There's a lot of like rail lines in Cornwall that have closed. There was also the one to Houston, and also the 4E line. But I know it's open to freight only.
Yeah. Right, so we've got no 166, and then we're hardly going to wait 50 minutes
Please
to
do
see
not
it.
leave vehicles unattended at the drop-off point. Vehicles left unattended may be clamped or removed without warning. Sure.
Alternatively, the audio system of the station could die. So we've got to get and I think we're going to call it the end of the video. So to everyone that's watched it, thank you very much for watching. Thanks Jamie for being in it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye everyone.
Thank you very much. Bye.